I'll tell you a few things. Going back to the new car regime, could you please produce the document Fuel Quality Standards Implementation Cost-Benefit Analysis by GHD and ACIL on notice?
Thank you, Senator. You might recall from discussion in this committee at the last round of estimates that in the committee relating to transport and infrastructure, a public interest immunity claim was made with respect to that modelling, both with respect to the fact that it speaks to Cabinet in confidence deliberations and because it includes modelling of market impacts and market outcomes, commercial in confidence arrangements. That public interest immunity claim stands, and so we are not in a position to table that document.
Well, you're required to produce to this committee any information or documents that are requested. There is no privacy, security, freedom of information or other legislation that overrides this committee's constitutional powers to give evidence, and you are protected from any potential prosecution as a result of your evidence or producing documents to this committee. If anyone seeks to pressure you against producing documents, that is also contempt. If you wish to raise an immunity claim, there are proper processes.
So, Senator, a public interest immunity claim has already been raised.
Has it been accepted by the Senate?
By the Transport Minister. As I understand it, it hasn't been resolved, and we as public servants are bound by that Minister's current claim of public interest immunity.
So it hasn't been resolved yet?
Senator, could you... Apologies, it might be that I misunderstood which document you were requesting because you opened this with reference to the new vehicle efficiency standards. Is it the modelling related to that, or is it liquid fuels?
The document entitled Fuel Quality Standards Implementation Cost-Benefit Analysis by GHD and ACIL.
Apologies, I was referring to a different document. I misunderstood because of your reference to fuel efficiency standards.
That's fine, we'll make mistakes. That's fine. Can you also...
Senator, if I will, the Fuel Quality Standards Cost-Benefit Analysis is publicly available and presents the modelling without the commercial information. So it is available online. So we can give you the link. We can give you the link for that.
Thank you. Okay, if you can. Could you... This might have been the document... Sorry?
Have you put the ACIL modelling up?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
The cost-benefit analysis is up without the commercial information.
This may have been the document you were talking about, Mr. Fredericks. I want you to also have the document, I'd like you to produce the document Modelling and Analysis of a Regulated Fuel Efficiency Standard Stage 1 Report by ACIL Allen.
Yes, that's the one I was referring to.
So that's still in the hands of the Minister who's claiming immunity?
My understanding is the Minister for Transport has made a public interest immunity claim against the publication of that report. I think it is still unattended to by the Senate, so we're bound by that for the time being.
So the Senate hasn't attended to it yet?
That's my understanding.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on. If you make the claim that your car carbon dioxide tax won't make cars more expensive, Minister, or take away choice, why won't you produce the reports you have about the costs and benefits? Why the secrecy, the lack of debate, why the secrecy about the data you have in your possession right now about the effect on Australian cars, four-wheel drives and utes? These are fundamental vehicles to our economy, to many people's livelihoods.
Senator Roberts, what question are you actually asking?
Why won't you produce the documents?
Well, I think, as the Secretary has already explained, Minister King has indicated she claims public interest immunity over the documents. It's not my claim.
I just don't get to say PII, we win.
Senator,
You've got to actually have a reason.
Why are you afraid
Senator
of
McKenzie, we're talking about a PII claim in a different committee doing something different. That's their business. We can prosecute it after the event if it has some relevance to this committee, but otherwise I think we're just going to go around in circles here.
Okay, let's move on.
Senator Roberts has the call for another 5.
Eagleby, the Kumra Connector 2 in Brisbane. Can you please provide an update on any progress of a referral or any conversations in relation to Kumra Connector 2 in Queensland? An extension of a freeway.
A lot of blank faces behind me. We might need to take that one on notice.
If you could, please.
Senator. Yeah.
Okay. Let's come to water. I've been told by two different sessions in Rural and Regional Affairs and Transport Committee that this is the spot for my water questions. So here we go. Is your department working with the Queensland Government on the $20 billion Pioneer Burdekin pumped hydro project? And if not, have they asked for federal assistance in planning or financing?
So, Senator, I can tell you that that question belongs in on Water Day, which is Friday week. I lose track. I suspect there'll be a number of questions along those same lines. That's on Water Day, Friday week.
Senator Roberts, is the Kumra Connector a road transport project from Logan Home to Kumra?
Yes.
I think that's why we've got a lot of blank faces.
What was your question in relation to that?
Can you please provide an update of any progress? Because there's environmental factors involved there. Serious environmental factors involved there. That's what I want to know, if you're involved or not.
I see. So your question is the department involved in any
Yes.
regulatory process
My question
associated
is,
with this
can you
project?
please provide an update on any progress of a referral or any conversations in relation to Kumra Connector 2?
Okay, we're on to it. You mean under the EPBC Act?
Yes. I just want to know any environmental aspect at all.
All good. So that is on tomorrow in Outcome 2, and my officials will be ready from that part of the department to respond to your question. Then the water question belongs in the cross-portfolio water day, which will be held on Friday week.
Okay, let's come back to an earlier answer that one of your staff gave me.
2 minutes, Senator Roberts.
Freedom of Information Request LEX 76280 in relation to the Powering Australia tracker. You redacted a single measure on page 6 of that document. I wanted to know what the measure is, and I was told, I think by this lady, that that's Cabinet confidence.
Senator, that's right. So I understand that we have replied to your
You have what?
request. We have replied to your request with an explanation about why that information can't be revealed.
How can one of 6 topics, just a title, be Cabinet in confidence? Was it supplied because it needs to be in confidence, or was it supplied as part of the package to the Cabinet?
The individual measure was considered by Cabinet and therefore it's covered by the Cabinet requirements.
Oh. So anything that goes to Cabinet is Cabinet in confidence?
And normally supporting any decision that they may or may not discuss.
So you are required to produce to this committee any information or documents that are requested. There is no privacy, security, freedom of information or other legislation that overrides this committee's constitutional powers to gather evidence, and you are protected from any potential prosecution as a result of your evidence or producing documents to this committee. If anyone seeks to pressure you against producing documents, that is also a contempt. If you wish to raise a public interest immunity claim or a Cabinet confidence claim, there are proper processes around that, and it is up to the Senate whether to accept that, not you or the Minister.
So, Senator, that's fair. So we'll take that on notice because at the moment that issue of disclosure is being considered in the FOI context. That can be different.
I'm requesting it as a Senate committee now.
I'm helping you here. That can be a different answer when it's asked in a Senate estimates context. So we will need to take on notice our capacity to provide you that material under your request from Senate.
Thank you.
Committee.
That wasn't any different from what I asked before. But thank you.
Okay, and we're going to rotate now.